name's Ben Rushworth, and we're just going to go through your basic bedding in procedure for your PBS brake pads. I'm in a Honda Civic EP3 Type R Civic Cup car using standard brake setup with PBS Pro Race pads, and we'd just like to reiterate what you need to do to get them performing at their best. The key point with bedding in your pads is not to overwork them too much from the start if you want to get the best life from them and the best performance. Start off at a moderate speed and apply light braking pressure to gently warm up and bring the pad material up to temperature. At no point should you be locking wheels or applying what we would term anything more than 75–80% of braking in the first initial applications. We want to gently bring them up to temperature and progressively get harder on the brakes so the material warms up and starts to cure properly. It'll help the outgassing process. So now coming to cascades, and I can start braking a bit firmer, but again, I'm only at 50%. And if you're on a track day, it's great to use the first session to set the pads up to ensure a safe and enjoyable day. Is to make sure that you do not come to a full stop on the brakes. If you do, there's a chance of leaving pad deposits and you'll have a vibration from the set-off. So now I'm starting to get more temperature into the brakes. I'm going to start bringing the speed up a bit more, and we'll start braking from, say, 90 miles an hour. Brake early but firmer, and you can feel the pad starting to come to you. Again, it's just all about not being aggressive. By the end of 2 to 3 laps, you should be up to about 80 to 90% of what you would term your full braking force. And the pad should be up to a good temperature. Using your own wits and not being silly, you're going to have to determine whether or not you think you've got them hot enough. Don't get them stonking. And if you feel like they're starting to go off a bit or a bit woody, then there's your time to come off and do a cool down lap. So, one more braking event for me and my pads will be ready, and I'll go back into the pits. Unfortunately, Oulton Park is quite twisty, so there's no real straight line braking points apart from the chicane and into Hall bends. So now, with my bedding in procedure done, I'll gently roll around the lap, let the brakes cool off as much as they can, and ideally let them set or rest to ambient temperature. It's the resting that really cures the pads and allows the gases to come out of the material. If you're doing it before your track day, which is probably the best way to do it, and let them cool down to ambient overnight. That way you can guarantee the best performance from your pads and the longest life. Thanks for joining me around Oulton Park, and I hope you have a fun and safe track day. See you later.